What's up, everybody? It's been a little bit since I had Philip up on here, and I've been on. But last time we did talk about collecting and collecting what you like. Well, me and my wife, we like to hit up some antique shops every once in a while. Lately, we've been going a lot after church. And we both have things that we like to look for and look at, right? Some things like furniture that we cannot afford, but it's always fun to look, see what's out there. Well, two things I always look for: Hot Wheels, or four really: Hot Wheels, comics, baseball cards, and fishing equipment. Right. Well, this last time I was there, and shout out to Merry-Go-Round Antiques out here in Bakersfield. They did have a little bowl of somebody was selling vintage lures, and I picked up two from them. And the first one is this. It is the Hedin Tiny Lucky 13. Now, I did look at it, do some research, and it's predominantly seems to have been made in the 70s, probably into the 80s. I love the color pattern on it, but these hooks, even though they're still kind of sticky and a little bit rusted, so maybe I'll try to clean it up and maybe I'll try to clean up the hooks. Otherwise, this will just be like a display piece. I'd hate to cut off the original hooks and try to friggin' split ring some new ones on there, but maybe I will. Who knows? The second lure I picked up was this. I don't know if you can see. It's a Rebel Deep We R D93 model, and I love this perch pattern that they got on it. Maybe it's a baby bass, some orange on the bottom. These originally also 70s and 80s, and they all came with the naturalized finish like this does, which is great looking pattern for the time, especially the time. This one I probably will. It's got a nice rattle to it. You can hear it. This one I will be swapping out the hooks. I will fish this one. Get some short shank hooks, some split rings on it, and the one in the front as well. Just might as well switch them all out, even though this one's not too bad. Originally, there are earlier ones still made in Fort Smith, Arkansas. Later down in Mexico, they started making them down there. Not sure what year that one's from. Probably somebody that knows better than me could probably tell me. But then it got me thinking of some other vintage lures that I had received from my grandfather, my mom's father, who was a one-star general in the Army. So he was around for a while. One was this little spoon. All right. Lightning spoon. Tried to do a little research, pictures or whatever, but couldn't get any specific details on this one. It could go for a new hook and treble, but it would need a lot of shining up to make me feel good about it. And again, it's one of those things I kind of want to keep it original. Don't really want to mess with it. Hate to lose it, But it's a fun looking little spoon. And the last one I got here is this little spoon as well. All right, it's a flashing wobbler. All right. You can see the reflection back there. Again, might swap out the hook. It's a little pitted, and still don't know if I would want to fish this either. The popper and the spoons might just end up being hangers, but when I did a little research on the wobbler, the Wacky Wobbler, lightning wobbler, I should say, originally made by Moose Loch Lures. They were been around since 1938. Founded by Mr. John A. Green, and they take their name from, probably gonna mess this up, and I apologize to all those lovely people up in Maine. Moose Loch Maguntic, Maine, which makes sense. That my grandfather would buy that spoon. That side of the family is originally from Milo, Maine. That side of the family, and I've been up there twice in my lifetime. It's a lovely little small town. It's everything you would think about it in Maine, and I got to fish up there. Beautiful lakes. I believe the lake that we went to was Lobster Lake. Was the actual name of the lake, and went canoeing, camping, fishing. But so shout out to my family that's still up in Milo. But yeah, this, like, the older I get, the more I look at the the stuff that is not produced anymore. That the only way you would find it is if you got eBay and Facebook Marketplace. But you would also find it like antique stores, excuse me, passed down from family members. But the no knock on the new stuff. New stuff is and can be great. But this older stuff, man, friggin', older I get, the more the more I gravitate towards it. It's new stuff wise. I've bought everything I could possibly want. All right, so now I'm like finding this vintage stuff that catches my eye. In the past, I've passed up on fishing reels, vintage 50s and 60s reels, mainly because I don't have anything to put them on, and especially with the baby, I can't be spending money on something I'm not going to use right away like that takes up that kind of room. So but it's always cool to say I love it. My boxes are full with new stuff or newer stuff, so it takes a lot to really catch my eye with that stuff. And I know there's people that got a lot more shit than I do, but it's stuff like this that I'm really looking forward to now. Trying to find stuff from when I was a kid that's not ridiculously expensive. One thing I always wanted to get was a purple snag-proof worm. I fished the hell out of that thing for years, and I had 2 or 3 of them, and I either lost them, broke them off, damaged it because I fished them so much. With mixed results, but yeah. So, till next time, just wanted to jump on and talk about that stuff. Take it easy, guys.